Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. I go by the Blue Light Oracle, and in today's reading I wanted to do a reading around the higher consciousness, so a message from your higher consciousness. So get some piles picked. Alright, 4 piles. So let's take a look at your cards today. You have Moldavite with the message healing, protection, telepathy, and connection. You have for part 2, you have the Labradorite with shamanic journeying, brave, magical powers, higher awareness. For pile 3, you have black Tourmaline with protective energy, anxiety relief, aura cleansing, and self-belief. Actually, it just says protective. I added the energy. Okay, and for pile number 4, you have titanium rainbow quartz with awakening all chakras, ultimate manifestation, vibrancy, and powerful shift. Alright, so I'll leave these here. Feel free to go to the description below if you want to go straight to your pile. Otherwise, give you some time to meditate on which piles or what's calling to you. So remember, this is a message from your higher consciousness. Hello everyone. So welcome to the shuffling portion. So this is the kind of chill down, cool down kind of time. So this was an interesting one. I wanted to do a video because I've been watching YouTube videos as it does, or TikTok, whatever you're into, and there was one person talking about higher consciousness, and I was like, that's an interesting way of calling what I would call subconscious. But it makes sense to call it higher because it's not something below or lower vibration or anything like that. It's literally the opposite. It's a higher vibration. So today we are going to find out a general message in regards to what your higher conscious wants to tell you. I like to spread these out because it's slim. I thought, you know what, that's a really good way of putting it, and now I'm going to make a video about it. Okay, Quartz message to collective, or do people's higher conscious have for them? I feel like collectively at the moment, people's consciousness, or I guess energy in general, has been mixed. Very mixed at the moment. And what I mean, just mixed. Everyone's always going to have mixed energy, but it just feels sometimes it can be flip-flopping. So you're having a nice time with someone and something will completely change it. So it's been interesting. It's been an interesting start to the year, the last few days, few weeks. We feel like we're being prepared for something interesting is going to happen I feel like in the next few months. We'll see though. See what the message is as well. So right. Okay, and that concludes the shuffling portion. If you want to now go straight to your video, there'll be timestamps. So thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing your energy, and I will see you in your reading. Hello, pile number 1. So today you have chosen the Moldavite card with the message of healing, protection, and telepathy and connection. So we'll see how this plays into your cards today, or into your message. Okay. So you have the inner earth with base chakra, strength and security, laying foundations. Okay. You have the forest temple with enlightenment. You also have the encourage card on the light attribute and on the shadow frustrated, sorry. Take a look at your tarot. So you have the King of Swords. You also have the King of Pentacles. A lot of strong energy, strong shift, strong energy. Let's come out first. You have the Prince of Cups. And you have the Nine of Cups. So what do I see for you, pile number 1? It's very interesting. We've got connection here with the Moldavite. This is just one aspect. I see a lot happening here, but there's just one aspect I want to point out first with the connections and the 3 court cards coming out. These could be the people in your life. This could be like a relationship or a partner this is talking to. But I feel like whatever this is, whoever they are, if these are your energies or the King of Swords is knowing who they are. King of Pentacles is very similar but very grounded, especially with the inner earth card coming through. I'm almost wanting to jump around a lot because I need to make sure I get this message across. But the inner earth, especially with laying foundations, it feels like from all that you've gone through, it's a time of building and very strong foundations. This could be with someone, it could be without. But I do feel like with the encourage, you have maybe put a lot of effort and time with some people. And now it's time to recognize that it's your turn and to get the support from them as well in turn. So it can be that ebb and flow of give and receive, or gratitude as well. It's time for them to start helping you build your future. This could be in regards to finances, in regards to what you want to learn and study and move forward with, or a relationship. There's so many aspects here that it could be. But with the Nine of Cups, it's definitely something that you've wanted and that you're dreaming about. Time to put this into practice, no longer becoming a dream. I feel like old dreams, old belief systems, old patterns are falling away from your current life, so that you can start building this. This is a very good time with the Enlightened card, if I can pick it up. Look at the picture. It's a moment of change. It does show that you have been through, maybe you have been healing, or you are still healing, that you can use that energy to move forward. Enlightenment, especially right next to the King of Swords, there's some kind of shift in your mind. Even, for example, it could be like old beliefs, old boundaries that you had up, even old walls coming down. So maybe you went through a tower moment recently, a change with how you look after yourself, food, exercise, career. It could be so many things. But I feel like it's an exciting journey coming up for you. It's like it's just the start. It's a new path. The Enlightenment's about a new path opening up. Old paths are closed or finished. You've got to the precipice or a milestone, and so now new great opportunities are coming up. And why do I say great? We've got the Nine of Cups here, which is about dreams, reaching a milestone. We also have the Enlightenment card, which is very similar, new path. You're being encouraged. This is a message from your higher conscious, so it feels like your higher self is coming through here, or your guides, or whoever you devote energy to. I feel like the stronger foundations you build with this, the better the path will be. It doesn't have to be anything grand either. This can look grand with enlightenment, but I feel like even if it's something small, it will lead to better and greater things. It'll be the first step that opens up many opportunities and paths and better things for your future. If this is feeling like something that hasn't started now, just know these people that you are helping or you've helped in the past. It's okay to reach out and get their assistance as well. Maybe they are more like knowledgeable, or they have security and they have energy to provide assistance in some way to you. I do want to read the Inner Earth card, because I feel like some people are like, I don't know about this. But I really want to read you this card, because I feel like this will tell you exactly what the card means, and so maybe it'll sink in a bit better. You are becoming fully aware of what you need in order to feel safe and fulfilled on planet Earth. Know that this is part of the divine plan for you to be incarnated upon this planet now, and although at times it may feel unstable or that you have lost your way, you have been building up momentum to be where you are today. You are in a space where you can build powerful foundations, a space where you can lay out exactly what you need, who you need to be, and what you need to do to flourish and grow. You have the opportunity to reclaim parts of yourself that have been buried deep within and reclaim gifts you have abandoned. If you are starting any projects or thinking about taking up something you've had on hold, now is the perfect time. The seeds that you're planting are seed roots deep into Mother Earth. You are held, you are supported. You're supported, you've got very strong grounding energy coming from left to right, straight through, top to bottom of this reading. And you're being encouraged here to take that next step in your life. however this may be, whatever this feels right and what it is calling to. But I will say it's okay to take some action now. If you are still healing, take your time, ground, to understand if this is definitely the best time to start pushing now. But I feel like it's up to you. There's no stopping you. This is an opportunity. Doesn't mean it just comes from, it's going to happen for you. It's going to take energy and work invested in this. However, if it's part of your goal or dreams, then this is great. This is something that will really help you, propel you in whatever avenue this is calling to. Again, I will say there are people around you who can support you. So make sure you tap into that. You've got a lot of good energy that you've helped with other people as well. So make sure that you call on these people if they are available to assist you. Do whatever resonates and do what feels right, of course. But overall, I do feel like this is a great opportunity. So that is what I can see in your reading today. So thank you very much. If you've enjoyed, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss any content. Otherwise, take care of yourself. Enjoy this because this feels like a great opportunity and journey. And I will see you in your next video. Hello, pile number 2. So you have chosen the lovely Labradorite with shamanic journeying, brave, magical power, and higher awareness. Interesting, because this is coming from your higher consciousness. So we'll see how this relates to your reading today. So you have the ungrateful card with also the thankful. So there's ungrateful in the shadow and thankful on the light attribute. You have the dragonfly spirit with change. Nice. Oh wow. You have the Sirius star blessing with yes, proceed, be seen, push through. A very strong action card for you from your higher consciousness. You have the Hierophant right next to the dragonfly, so potentially for a few people this will be in regards to changing boundaries, setting new boundaries, what is working, what isn't, what can you start speaking, saying, what do you have to share. You also have the World card. You have the Four of Cups. And you have the Four of Swords. So what do I see for you, pile number 2? Straight away, this is going to be just for some, but I feel like a lot of you, or a portion of you, have had challenges communicating with someone here. It's like with the hand, even though it's on the flip side, it's like touching fire, like you get too close, you get burnt by this person. Almost like they, especially with the ungrateful, maybe they haven't heeded or taken your, if it's advice, or if it's like assistance, something like that. Like you've been putting a lot of energy into this and it's kind of being set dormant, or it's not working. You've had to kind of just be patient and wait. I feel like this is fine to let this rest. Maybe they're going through something. Maybe you can't assist in this particular situation. They are needing to help themselves. So there's an opportunity here to look at boundaries with this, because I feel like that's how you feel and get some kind of success, especially with this. I love that it's a little bumblebee as well, or a little honeybee. But yeah, some kind of shift here when I was talking about, when I was pulling the cards. I was like, this change, there's some kind of change needed here. It's like to respect yourself so that you don't feel like you're dealing with, have to walk on eggshells or walk through fire or something here, that you don't get burnt. It's going to mean you're going to have to stand into your power. got magical energy. You deserve to stand into your power with regards to this. If this is someone else who's watching and is like, this doesn't make any sense to me, there's some kind of shift and change of momentum that you need to start acting on. Maybe you've had the calling to do something different. Like, do you need to continue pushing your energy in, let's say, for example, this particular job, when there's another project that you're more interested in you could do here? Sometimes it is hard to drop something to pick up another, but if it's going to be like an easy or a quick win, that's going to give you that confidence back, so you can start completing. Maybe there's some energy here that once it's done, at least that portion will be shut off, so you can go back to focusing here. I feel like just some time left resting this portion, this kind of ungrateful. Maybe you felt ungrateful or being treated ungratefully. Whatever this is, it can kind of wait. And then this change here, this proceed, push through. Like, yes, it's okay to change that. Go this way. Go this path instead of this path. That's kind of how it's coming across. Shamanic journey does feel like it's a healing journey as well. So potentially for some of you, it's time to rest. That will be how you succeed, I will say. Some kind of transformation or change is coming here, or is required for you to investigate, because it's going to help you put in healthier boundaries. Maybe this is all internal, but I feel like there is some kind of external happening. I'm not too sure what that is exactly. Could be work, could be a person, friendship, relationship. But clear boundaries is going to help, maybe even help this person. You might think it's kind of like a child or a teenager, having clear expectations or boundaries and rules. Of course, we all like to have free will and everything open, but with these kind of rules and structure, at least it gives them some kind of direction. They can still move within that structure however they please, but at least, it's not fully open to do whatever you want. I feel like that's kind of where this is coming in, and that's how you can put in good boundaries and healthy boundaries. I feel like just with this little change, it's going to open up an opportunity to feel complete and fulfilled in some sense. I really like this card. It's like blossoming. The change has occurred. You've come full cycle in this situation. I will say, if it is feeling like you may be the ungrateful one, I just want to read a quick excerpt from this book. It says, show a little tenderness, be grateful for their input, so for the person's input, however small, so big, small, whatever. This will open up doors that you didn't know were there. So if this is you, if there is something here, just showing that little gratitude to be like, oh, okay, they are kind of, throwing the ball back, the yes ball back, and over, you know what I mean? Like the energy or the conversation is flowing easier. So, oh, maybe they can do this or this. That's what I mean by opportunities opening up. And if you are dealing with this kind of ungrateful person or energy, just know that their energy, you don't have to buy into it by going, okay, well, if you're going to be like this, I'm going to be like that too, back to you. Because then it just builds up the negative energy on both sides, which may be kind of what they want, not exactly what they need. They're probably not bad people. It's just that's what happens sometimes. And they're like, good, now I have somewhere to vent, when really they're not doing it in a healthy way. So you don't want to be that person who ends up bashing heads with someone as well. But I do feel like if you do make this little adjustment, let's say, there's an opportunity to rest and feel completed. So that is what I see right at the end of your reading. There's some kind of rest, vacation, relaxation, or just a time to re-energize. This could be all part of a healing journey as well. This may be a cycle with this person or this company or these feelings. Just know that this is coming to an end, or some kind of conclusion where you have time to rest and recuperate and feel proud of yourself and how you've kind of handled it or worked on this particular issue. And that's exactly what I see. So thank you very much for having the reading today. Feel free to give me a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss any content. Otherwise, take care of yourself, and I will see you in the next video. Hello, pile number 3. So you have chosen the black tourmaline with protective, anxiety relief, aura cleansing, and self-belief. So very strong messages and a very strong crystal or stone. Okay, let's have a look at your cards today. So on the shadow attribute, you have variable, and on the light attribute, you have reliable. You have the spirit guardian of winter with the retreat. You also have the Akashic Gateway, Akashic Stargate with aligned with purpose, crossroads, no wrong path. Very nice. Especially with here with the variable, I feel like there's an opportunity to take some time for yourself to heal, to release some kind of energy. All right, let's take a look at tarot. So you have the Hanged Man. Definitely some time to retreat, maybe to get some kind of perspective on the whole situation. But I do like that there's no wrong path. It's just your path. You also have the 3 of Pentacles. You have the 7 of Wands. And you have the Ace of Wands. So what do I see for you, pie number 3? I do see, I'm going to say one message that I really do see is trusting in yourself. Trust yourself. Spend some time to work on this kind of self-belief. Focus, especially here with variable, there's many different kind of tracks and paths. There is no wrong path, so which road do you want to travel? Which gateway do you want to walk through? I feel like there's an ending to a time of needing to stand up for yourself. You may have already done this, or you may need to step into this kind of energy to even show yourself that you are worthy. I'm not sure exactly of what, but there's some kind of collaboration here as well with the 3 of Pentacles. And the Ace of Wands is talking about like a new journey. This may be a passion because it's the fire. So it could be something that you really wanted to do, a new hobby you wanted to take up. Maybe you've been procrastinating a little bit too long. You've retreated a little bit too much. And now it's time to focus on what you want. Know that there's no wrong answer. There's only journeys. And if one doesn't work out, you at least learn something. You learned at minimum that didn't work. And then you can start looking at other options instead of sitting here on the sidelines, kind of waiting until something happens. I will say though also for some of you, this is a time to take some time to retreat. Find out who are your good friends, who are the ones that can help you focus on what you want to really do. And again, there is no wrong answer here. The Akashic Stargate is very clear on showing you that there is no wrong answer. But go with what is within your alignment. What do you want to do? What is calling to you? Is it a project that you can work with other people to, find a common goal? These wolves are working together to take down this deer. I will say trust your intuition with this journey. The Hanged Man is a time to get enlightenment or understand. So it's very clear that there's maybe a lot of thoughts or ideas in your mind of maybe what you want to do, what you want to study, where you want to work, what kind of job you want, what kind of people you want to hang around with. It could be many different things. There's so many little aspects. If this doesn't contain any people, this can be just working towards what you really want to do. Maybe you've had to fight for something, or you will have to stand up for yourself because it's going against the grain of maybe what you're expected to do. Maybe you have to stand up to yourself and go, you know what? These are just like mini copies of you that are doubting you. You know, you're on the high ground. You can say what you need to say and feel what you need to feel, and take some time for that, especially if it's in regards to clearing negative energy or a cleansing. It's like if there's negative attachments or globs of negative energy to be removed, spend some time, look after yourself, take some self-care so that you can realign and go forward. But I do like that the Ace of Wands is coming up right away at the end of this reading, because that's like a new path. Maybe some of the paths haven't worked before in the past, and that's what's keeping you a bit stuck or back. I will say, what learnings did you learn from them? There must be something you've learned from this. This is the journey of life. We all go through challenges and learn new things, and the cards are really coming through or your higher conscious is coming through. You know what? This is okay. These things happen. But what you do from here shows your inner strength and your self-belief and your self-worth, I want to say. So I know it's a very quick reading, but I feel like that's the paths with this. It's very clear. It's kind of saying there is no wrong path. Do what you want to do. Focus on what you really want to do. Take some time if you need it, of course. Find out who you can collaborate with, who are the right people to talk to, work with, etc. But otherwise, that is exactly what I see in your reading today. So if you've enjoyed, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss any content. Otherwise, take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next reading. Hello, pile number 4. So you have chosen the beautiful titanium rainbow quartz with the messages of awakening all chakras, ultimate manifestation, vibrancy, and powerful shift. So very interesting card. We'll see how this relates to your reading today. Okay. So you have memories of Atlantis, spiritual acceleration, progress, and technology. Very interesting. You also have maple spirit with generosity. I do like that. With generosity, vibrancy, it's just showing the power of your spirit. Your higher self is almost saying, well done. If this is in regards, if this relates to you, like, well done. Yeah, exactly. They're acknowledging you. They're acknowledging your work and your dedication. So you've got acknowledge on the light attribute and challenged on the shadow. This is great because being challenged brings the satisfaction in life. It shows that it shows our character of spirit, our strength of spirit, that kind of message. So both are really nice, shadow and light attribute. Okay. So you have the Lovers card. Such a nice Lovers card. It's got the poppy here, which kind of feels like dreamy energy. Then we have the scorpions in a heart shape. This is like the Caladicus, I believe it's called, or the Rod of Asclepius. So it's got like the snakes here, which feels like healing in some sense, and the Lunar Moth, which is like big transformation, or transformation at least. Okay. So we have the Three of Swords. This is such an interesting one because it's elephant tusks and like chains. So it's quite a very interesting visual for the Three of Swords. Okay. So you have the Hierophant. And you have the Aeon finishing up your reading. This is also the Judgment card. Almost lost it, but this is the Aeon here. And I really like the Aeon because, while it's very similar to the Judgment card, there's just something different about it. It's on a different level. Very similar colors to here with these three cards coming through. And even the Maple. I want to say there, for some of you, this feels like a very spiritual journey. You've kind of come to some kind of enlightenment or awakening or understanding, let's say. Because call it whatever you want when you come to some kind of understanding. People call it an awakening, but there's not just one awakening or one understanding. There's many steps and understandings along the way. And that's exactly how it feels. I want to say this does feel like a generosity of spirit, and you're being acknowledged with this. It's kind of like what you've been manifesting, you have worked for. You haven't just sat there wanting something. You've done the work, but you haven't done it to get this. You've almost done it. You're almost getting what you're getting because you have gone through those hard steps. You have still showed great character of spirit. And I really like here with the progress, spiritual acceleration, things are going to speed up or move more quicker. Definitely here with the Hierophant, even though this usually talks about rules, tradition, I feel like this is going to be kind of not really shattered, but there's going to be a lot of change with this too. A lot of traditions are going to be changed, or boundaries are going to be changed. It's going to be new. It's going to be like a new you. This may leave people a bit struck, like, what happened? But it's kind of like, if you aren't in a relationship, I do feel like there is something coming from this to here. I really can't see it, but I know it's there. So I feel like it's going to be a surprise. This may be just for some of you. Others, maybe the hardship has already been passed with connections here as well. It's acknowledging that. But I do like that with what's been thrown at you, you haven't lost that light within. Yeah, the powerful shift right next to the spiritual acceleration. I'm going to read the memories of Atlantis because I feel like there's something there. Okay, so as always, this is from the book, so take what resonates. But it says, you are being transported through a gateway to connect with ancient Atlantis. Know that by drawing this card today, you are receiving blessings from the Atlantean Council of Light. You are dedicated to evolution of the soul. You are becoming aware of your gifts, and this is an exciting time. But also a time when the energies of your ego can become loud and obnoxious. Know that this gateway is appearing to remind you to stay aligned with your highest good and rooted in the energies of devotion. Then there can be a great coming together of the human and spiritual, and you can live in a more evolved way. So, very nice message. Look, if this is some kind of awakening and change, it can activate the ego because it can almost feel like, oh, look, I'm on this level. Who are you to talk to me? They might be a boss or something like that. But remember, everyone is on different wavelengths and on their path. And just because you may believe something, other people are going to have different beliefs as well. Doesn't mean they're wrong, doesn't mean you're right, doesn't mean they're right and you're wrong. It's not about that. It's about being in different places in the journey. And that's okay. But definitely some kind of shift. I feel like with regards to your spiritual path, if this is, because I do feel like for most of you have chosen the rainbow quartz, that this is it feels like your spiritual path. And so you're going to come to some sort of enlightenment. Sometimes that can feel like a shock or a bad thing, or you'll think, am I going crazy? I feel like just take some time with it, slow down, ask your guides to, kind of be a bit softer with this message. Whatever's coming through, it doesn't feel bad, but some things can be great, some things can be bad. I'm watching a show now where a couple have won a whole lot of money, and while that's great, it's just kind of caused problems in their relationship, problems in their life. It's like before they had goals and things to set with regards to, bringing in income, and then, that was their journey, but now they can get what they want. So it feels like sometimes that can just be an issue when, it's a great thing, right? Getting that money, but it's not always the case. It's all about perception, how you see things. Sometimes a relationship ending from one person's perspective can be a sigh of relief, whereas from another person, it can be like their whole world's shattered and changed. So I feel like this message is all about your perspective. This is from your higher consciousness. So they're going to be quite, I guess, fair, but it looks like a transformation of some sort. Transformation within like your heart space, even. Your heart chakra. It's talking about aligning all chakras or awakening all chakras. It's like this really does feel like it's your higher and heart chakra that's being put to the test, I want to say, or challenged in a positive way. But regardless, things are going to change. Maybe your boundaries are going to shift that you would have thought 6 months ago, a year ago, a week ago, that would never happen. Things are going to change, and it's for your highest good. And it's going to click. It's going to click in. And then from there, after the aeon is the universe or the world. So it's going to change for the better. But a lot of majors coming through as well. And even though the Three of Swords is not a major, it's always a visually very striking card, especially here with the elephant tusk, because elephants are about memory, strength, and endurance. So it's tested that. It feels like it's tested you before. What is this exactly? It feels like a spiritual kind of understanding or movement through life. If this isn't, it could be in relation to a relationship, things changing there, things changing within that. But overall, I really do feel like it's something more spiritual, but take what resonates. Maybe the stories relate to something that is within a career or hobby or home life, or even just how you feel inside. Just know that if you're not getting that kind of acknowledgement from your good work, just know that your higher self or your higher consciousness is recognizing it and sees you. And that's exactly what I see for you today. So thank you very much for being here, pile number 4. Please give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the content, and subscribe so you don't miss any of the other videos. Otherwise, please take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next one.